Hello students, coming back to the same unit and the last part of this unit, the ecosystem. So the contents in this video will be the global warming, its causes and the effects, and the greenhouse effect, ozone depletion, causes and effects. So we'll start with the global warming. In the same name they have been given the earth, it is been warming, in the sense the temperature of the earth it is increasing. So reason behind this will be, in general, the different gases which creates or which holds the sunlight, the energy of the sunlight, or the different radiations of sunlight which heats the atmosphere. So what is this global warming is? Global warming is the ongoing rise of average temperature of the Earth's climate system. It is the ongoing rise of the average temperature of the Earth's climate system and has been demonstrated by direct temperature measurements and by measurements of various effects of the warming. As I have said, the warming, in the sense, it is the increment of the average temperature of the Earth's surface or the climate because of the gases which is holding the sunlight or the sun energy or the different radiations of coming from the sun. So in this video, what I have been said, it is been displayed in this. So now we'll discuss the effects of the global warming. So first, ocean warming, in the sense whatever the atmosphere or atmospheric gases, it's been spread out in the atmosphere, just like the carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfuric oxide, and silicon oxide, and some other chemical gases, just like the chlorofluorocarbons, which is present in air conditioned instruments as well as in the refrigerators, which helps to maintain coolness in the given areas. That those gases been more in some developed or developing areas, such like in India, America, Russia, China, etc. In these areas we find so much usage of these refrigerators as well as the air coolers due to increment of the temperature outside the houses or the offices or surrounding the area where we live. To maintain our body cooler, we are using these refrigerators or the air conditions, air coolers, etc. So now, because of this increment in average temperature or whatever the temperature it is, this leads to the ocean warming, the ice loss. Ice we can find at the North Pole and the South Pole. Similarly, wherever the low temperatured area, just like the Himalayan ranges, there because of this global warming or the entrapping of this heat, it's been affecting the ice loss, the climate change. Nowadays you can find where we used to get the rain during it used to get start during mid of May and it used to end in October, but nowadays we are getting the rain after June and it ends in August and the September, that's it. After that, we don't have any type of rains. If we get any type of rains, it is because of the cyclones, where these cyclones take that air pressures, the difference in air pressures. Because of that, we find the different types of the rains happening on the earth. This you can see that there are climatic changes, and even the summer days it's been longer now. It used to have from March to even it would start between February. After that Shivratri, we used to have that the summer, and it used to end till May. But we are getting the summer from January till June. It's a 6-month duration. After that, for 2 to 3 months, we will be having rainy season. After that, 3 months, we will be having the winter season. Even sometime we used to feel during March or April, we used to feel like cold in the night, and at the morning we will be sweating like we have been just taken the bath. This climatic changes, it is because of this global warming. Next, the sea level rise because of this ice loss, and there is no any type of rains, but whatever the river it is been flowing, it is reaching the ocean or the sea, and it is ending up with the rise in the level of the seas. So what we are going to do is we stop this global warming. How we are going to stop this? By reducing the uses of this ACs or the refrigerators, or else we can make that we stop using those and we start using some older methods, like we can construct soundproof houses, or some different methods of constructions where we can feel the coldness during the summer and heatness during the colds or winters or during the rainy season. Even we can collect these rainy waters, we can use it for our daily purposes. Similar way, we can think about the stopping of this global warming. And nowadays it's been 3 months, 3.5 months we are in homes, and we would have used the air coolers or the air conditions, even the refrigerators many a times, because to have the cold water from the refrigerators, or we used to get much heatness. To reduce that, we would have used the air coolers or the conditioners. So now we can think about the other facts about this, and we can construct or we can use the older methods, like we can have a matka or a earthen pot where we can store the water, and we can wrap it with cold cloths, and we will be getting a colder water from that. If you want the warmer water, you are not going to cover any type of cloth, cold wet clothes over that. You just keep it outside and use that water. You will feel a little bit warmer water, or else you need to get some water from the pots and you need to heat it on the burners, and you can use it for drinking. So this leads to stopping the global warming. Next, we'll continue with the greenhouse effects. So from this name, what you will understand is the greenhouse. It is the landform, in the sense whatever the earth crust, you will be finding above that you had many forests, even you had many living organisms stayed on that. Nowadays you say it as the fossils, and the fossil fuels such like petrol, diesel, petroleum gases, the natural gas, etc. Whatever there is we are having now, those it was about 1,000 lakhs years before they exist on this earth, and because of the greenery we find when we look outside the windows, or when we come out of the houses, and in front of our house there is a tree, and we feel we are little bit energetic now. We are getting some type of refreshment in way of oxygen we are inhaling, and carbon dioxide we are exhaling. We feel refreshed because we see many greeneries, or when we find these plants. This mindset has been said that we are little bit okay. Similarly, when this greenhouse is being affected because of what the last slide we have discussed about the global warming. This global warming, it contains the different chemicals or the gases which preserve the solar energy or the different radiations of the solar that effect that causes this greenhouse effect. So we'll start. It is the natural process that warms the earth's surface. In the same global warming, what we have discussed is it is the rise in the temperature of the earth's surface system we have been said. Here it is the natural process that warms the earth's effect. It is common process. It is there, but what happens when the sun's energy reaches the earth's atmosphere? Some of it is reflected back to space, and the rest is absorbed and re-radiated by greenhouse gases. So before this I will be explaining what is this greenhouse gases. These the gases which are being present in the atmosphere, and they are likely to be stayed for shorter time, because these greenhouse gases, they are being taken by the trees or the plants, and they will be exhaling the oxygen for respiration for the other organisms. But these greenhouse gases, these are some examples I will be giving you is carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfuric oxides, so on. It goes on, and these gases, they attract the solar energy, the sun's energy, the radiations of the solar, and they entrap it for maintaining the temperature around the earth's crust, and between the earth's crust and the ozone, whatever it is. But nowadays these greenhouse gases are being increased due to the increment of the industrialization, improvement of the industrialization, improvement in your vehicle engines, improvement in your urbanization. Due to this urbanization, we are cutting the forests, and even to improvise the industries, we have been cutting these forests, and we are building new industries for the purposes to provide the new techniques for the public. But we are lagging behind. Thinking about that, we are exposing ourselves to the greenhouse gases, or we are exposing ourselves to the solar energy or the harmful radiations which are said as ultraviolet radiations. As you know, there are 7 colors in solar light. Because of that, we find a single color white, and that Newton has been said how these 7 colors are being differentiated. So below violet we find ultraviolet radiations, and after red color we find infrared radiations, and whatever the after the red radiation, the red color, whatever the radiations it come, they are not much harmer comparing to the underviolet radiations are emitting. And remember, these ultraviolet radiations, they are the major radiations which provides heat to the surface, or it provides heat to the atmosphere which is being covered by the earth, not the infrared radiations. Infrared radiations are helpful for maintaining our body temperature, our the color blindness syndromes. Even the infrared radiations are useful for the trees, for maintaining the green colored pigment called chlorophyll. Next, these ultraviolet radiations, if they are being captured by these greenhouse gases, and greenhouse gases are very effective in capturing these or entrapping the ultraviolet radiations. So we need to reduce these greenhouse gases as per the standards set by the International World Healthcare Organization. So greenhouse gases include water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, ozone, and some artificial chemicals such as chlorofluorocarbons, as I have discussed. The absorbed energy warms the atmosphere and the surface of the earth. This is the natural process. The absorbed energy warms the atmosphere and surface of the earth. If that limit crosses, the absorbed energy, if it starts heating the atmosphere or it starts heating the surface of the earth, then we say that the earth, it is being started heating up. In the sense, the global warming, it is being set up firing now. So this process maintains the earth's temperature. In the sense, whatever the greenhouse gases, it's been absorbing the radiations of the sun. This process maintains the earth's temperature at around 33 degrees Celsius warmer than it would otherwise be, allowing life on earth to exist. In the sense, usually before this, the refrigerators and the air conditioner, whatever materials or the equipments, they are being come to exist. Before that, we used to have only the temperature around 25 degrees Celsius to 33 degrees Celsius during any season. We used to get cold because the climate, it was about below 25 degrees Celsius, but the temperature, it would maintain about 25 to 33 only. The temperature, it was about 25 to 33 only, but because of the temperature variations or the pressure variation in the climate, because of that we used to feel the cold or the hotness, not because the temperature variations, not because of the those greenhouse gases. This is apart there, whatever we used to feel, it is because of the change in pressure. Now what we are feeling, it is change in temperature. Understand this. Pressure and the temperature are two different parameters. When you find any type of pressure in your body, it is because of that blood. If you find any type of variation in temperature, it is because of your body. Next, so this is a typical ozone means the greenhouse effect. In first step, the solar radiation reaches the Earth's atmosphere. Some of this is reflected back into space because of this ozone layer, and some it's been hit on the surface. Because of that hitting of that surface, it's some get reflected, some will be entrapped because of those greenhouse gases being affected. Next, second step, the rest of the sun's energy is absorbed by the land and the oceans, heating the earth, in the sense warming the earth. In third step, heat radiates from earth towards space. But in fourth step, what happens? Some of this heat is trapped by greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, keeping the earth warmer enough to sustain life. Step 5, human activities such as burning fossil fuels, agriculture and land clearing are increasing the amount of greenhouse gases released in the atmosphere. And in the step 6, this is trapping extra heat and causing the earth's temperature to rise. So you can understand by you visualizing the image. Next, we will be understanding what is ozone depletion. Ozone, it is the type of a chemical, and it is a stabilized chemical about the oxygen only, and it ranges between the stratosphere. Ozone depletion is a major environmental problem because it increases the amount of ultraviolet radiation that reaches Earth's surface, which increases the rate of skin cancer, eye cataracts, and genetic and immune system damage. In the sense, what is this ozone? First, we'll be discussing what is ozone layer. It is the combination of or the bonding of O3, oxygen at the third level, or the 3 oxygen particles. It's been bonded to each other, and it's been formed a layer over Earth in the stratosphere. So why it has been depleting? Because of human activities and the usage of fossil fuels, even the increment of these greenhouse gases, they are been eroding this ozone, and it starts making some type of the hole that we say it as the ozone depletion. And the problem, it is because it increases the amount of ultraviolet radiation that reaches Earth. It is capturing it. It is not reflecting, means it is not reflecting back to space, but the ozone depletion is making the ultraviolet radiations to hit the Earth's surface, and it is increasing the temperature around 3 degrees Celsius per year nowadays, and this is increasing the health problems too, just like the skin cancer, eye cataracts in the sense we are losing the focal length, and some children, they are getting early specs. Even some genetical problems, it's been happening. Because of that, we find some white patches on skins. Similarly, the immune system, it is being damaged. So next, ozone layer depletion causes increased UV radiation levels at the Earth's surface, which is damaging to human health too. Negative effects include increase in certain types of skin cancers, eye cataracts and immune deficiency disorders. UV rays also affect plant growth, reducing agricultural productivity, etc. So whatever I said, it is the causes. Now I will be explaining the effects. So one is damage to human health because of this ultraviolet radiations. They are very high frequency radiations. These are low frequency but high wavelength radiations. They are making the human health, in the sense whatever the skin, it has been damaged, it's been showing some different cancers, some genetical problems, immune system being nullifying, so on. Devastation to environment, in the sense whatever the gases which maintains the environment in a good manner, it's been emptied. It means we are losing all type of the gases, and the greenhouse gases, it's been increased because of this ozone depletion, threat to marine life, because of this ultraviolet radiations. Some of the aquatic life, just like the fish, the other type of aquatic life, they are been losing their life. Effect on animals, which are staying in the forest, they are being transported from one place to other place. They need to make adjustment in those areas. It takes time, and before that it might lose its life. And impacts on certain materials, just like some building materials, concrete, limestones, etc. It's been changing its properties. So this is how it has been happening, because of this human population and humans activities. It's been increasing. In similar way, the depletion, in the sense the thickness of that ozone, it is being depleting, and the arrow mark showing that it is the ozone hole, in the sense it is so it is showing about 27 million kilometers square as the area, million square kilometers. It has been depleted. So you can understand how important it is. Because of that, we feel very much hot in the atmosphere. We feel itching on the skin. Even we are fighting against some of the cancers. It might be the skin, or it might be some other cancers. Even we are lag behind the immune system. Because of that, we are having some multivitamin tablets. It's just things. Those we should not be dependent on. We must be dependent on our environment, which helps our body to build natural immunity, which helps in maintaining our we can fight against those negative powers, just like the viruses, the COVID-19. You might have studied, you might have heard. It's been increasing nowadays. So it is the impact of these human activities only. So this ends the first unit, ecosystem. Thank you.